Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Blair. Today I'm sharing my updated everyday makeup routine. I wanted to share a new one of these videos because this was the first video I ever uploaded on YouTube, and that was about 6 months ago. So I wanted to do an updated version because some of my products have changed. And I think these videos are really fun to do every few months just to see which products are making it into your everyday routine. So I hope you enjoy. If you want to see how I created this everyday makeup look, please keep watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Wednesday and Friday, and make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let's go ahead and get into my everyday makeup. For primer, just for every day, I've been really liking this one from Revlon. This is the Revlon Color Stay Prep and Protect Primer with SPF 34. And I really like this because it's a 2-in-1, so you get your SPF in there and you get a primer. So this is it's just a very smoothing feeling primer. It's not silicone-y feeling, but it's not super hydrating. It's just a really good right in the middle primer. Lately, I've actually been blending in my primer with a brush, and I've really been liking that. I use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I find that when you use a brush for your primer, you don't irritate your skin as much, and you can just kind of smooth it on a little bit easier than rubbing your face with your hands. So that's why I have been using a brush lately, and I've really been liking it. Next, I go in with my color corrector, and lately I've been using the Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Peach. I really like this because it's pretty full coverage, and I need that. I just can't live without a color corrector. It just changes my life. I also love the Urban Decay one, the Naked Skin. I like the Catrice one. There are several that I really like, but I've just been reaching for the Bobbi Brown one lately. Next, I take my Urban Decay Naked Skin corrector in the yellow shade. I really like this to put on under my foundation to kind of just correct any red spots that I have before you go in with foundation, because it makes a really big difference with the amount of foundation you use. And for every day, I like to keep my foundation really as light as possible. I don't like to wear super heavy makeup on an everyday basis. So I really like doing this step before my foundation. This is the best brush I found for this. It's the Real Techniques setting brush. So this was made to set under your eyes, but I have never used it for that. I love it for this step though. It's really a good size to get in there and buff out concealer on your face, and it's just fluffy enough. It works really, really well, so I would highly recommend this. See how it just lightly kind of corrects? So we're doing most of the work before we go in with foundation, so we can use a very, very small amount. For my everyday concealer, I've actually been using this one from Colourpop. It's the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. Mine is in the shade 40N. This is a very hydrating concealer. It just kind of glides on the skin. It looks very moisturizing. It's not drying at all, so I've really been liking this, and it gives pretty decent coverage as well. I also really like the tinted moisturizer from Colourpop that goes with this, the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. I love that for super, super light makeup days too. Oh, this concealer is so nice, and it's so inexpensive. I think it's $9. The consistency kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion concealer. That's another one of my favorites. For foundation, I've actually been using the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I tried this a long time ago and I did not like it, and it's been so long I can't even remember what I didn't like about it, but I recently picked it up again and now I've really been liking it. And the only thing I've been doing differently is not applying very much. I use about half a pump of this. I use it in the shade Light, and it is a tiny bit dark for me right now. Since it's January, I do not have any color at all, really. But it works as long as I just use a little bit. Because this is a pretty thick product, so I can definitely see if you use too much of this, it could look really thick and cakey really fast. So I'm going to blend that in with my favorite brush lately. It's the Smashbox Blurring Foundation Brush. And I learned about this actually from another YouTuber, Shelby Wilson. A lot of you probably already follow her, but if you don't, you definitely should. She does so many great beauty videos, and she's always talking about this brush. So I ended up getting it for Christmas and pretty much been using it every day since then. I absolutely love it. And then I'll typically take my damp sponge and just lightly go over my face again, just to make sure everything is really blended in. So see, I only used half a pump, and I think it looks really nice. It looks very healthy and natural, and it just looks very hydrating on my skin. So I've really been loving this combo lately, just using half a pump of this. To set under my eyes, I've been using this Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And this I really like because it's in a compact, so it's quick and easy, and it's a yellow toned powder, so it kind of brightens up under your eyes, and it sets your concealer as well. And to lightly set the rest of my face, I use my favorite palette in the whole world, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This is very well used and loved. I adore it. So I usually take these two shades and mix them together, and then I just lightly set my face. And this I love because it doesn't make your face look like you have liquid highlighter on, but it just gives the prettiest soft radiance to your skin, like just a beautiful lit from within look that I am truly obsessed with. For bronzer, I've pretty much been exclusively picking this bronzer all the time. It's the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade 01 Sunlight. This has to be one of my favorite makeup products ever. I use this all the time. This is just the perfect bronze for my skin tone. It's it's a neutral bronzer. It's not super warm and it's not super cool. It's a right in between, and there's no shimmer in it or anything. I just love it. It's the perfect color, and it just goes on so smooth and pretty. It's exactly what the name says, a very silky matte. I absolutely love it. As soon as I hit pan on this, I will definitely be buying a backup because I will never not own this product. I love it so much. I know a lot of people really love the Maybelline City Bronzer. I've never tried that one. Let me know if you've tried that. It looks like it might be kind of similar to this one, so I am kind of curious to try that. So let me know your thoughts on that one. But this is my absolute favorite right now. For blush, I've been using this one from CoverFX. This is one of the monochromatic blush duos in the shade Pink Dahlia. These are so pretty. So you get a matte blush and then you get a shimmery one over here. This, I guess you could kind of use as a highlight, but I have been mixing the two and I really love these together. And I've been using it with this brush I got on clearance from Target. It's a Sonia Kashuk angled blush brush, and it was on sale for like $7, I want to say. But this is the softest brush ever. So I've really been loving this. So I just mix a little bit of both. And just put this right on my cheeks. That color is just so pretty. So you definitely don't need a lot of these CoverFX blushes. They're super pigmented, but I absolutely love them. I really want to get more colors of these. I think they come in a bronzer shade as well that I really want to try because I absolutely love this one. For eyebrows, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. And for every day, I don't do a whole lot. I really lightly fill them in and call it a day. I don't love super defined eyebrows on myself. I just like them to look really natural and not super drawn on. So I don't spend a ton of time on them. Like, that's all I'm gonna do. Basically just kind of outline the bottom and then lightly fill in any places that I need a little bit of help. Then I take the best brow gel ever, the NYX Control Freak, and I just kind of brush them upwards and lightly set them in place. Now I take my NARS tinted eyeshadow base in the shade Light, and I just put a little bit of this on my eyelids. Sometimes I use my fingers, but sometimes I'll use a brush. I like this base shadow brush from Real Techniques, and just lightly brush this on. You can use your concealer for this too. Obviously, I just really like this primer since I have it, but I do like to use concealer to prime my eyes as well. For every day for my eyes, I've been going back and forth between the Tartelette and Bloom palette and this one, but I'm obsessed with this palette. The Colourpop Glowing Coconuts palette. I know I'm kind of late to the party on this because people have been talking about this for a few months, I feel like, but this is just the best neutral palette ever. I absolutely love it. So I usually will just take the shade Shredded right here, and I put this on my lid. Zoomed in a little more so hopefully you can see a little bit better. So I just lightly put this shade all over my lid. This is just the best neutral palette ever. It has these shades in here are just perfect. You get warm and cool. You get a really good all over lid shade. You get some shimmers. Next, I'll take the shades Lovely Bunch and Coolada. So the cooler tone brown and the warmer tone brown. And I will mix them. Just pop a little bit of both on my Morphe N505 brush. And just lightly brush this through the crease. Sometimes I'll just use my bronzer for this as well, because that Milani bronzer does look really pretty on the eyes too. But a lot of the times I do reach for this palette from Colourpop. Then I take those same two shades again, Coolada and Lovely Bunch, I can't remember, with this tiny little Morphe. This is a Morphe E36. And I take the tiniest bit of this under my bottom lash line. And then I take my favorite shade in the palette, which is Cocoa Crush, the shimmer shade in the middle. This is so pretty. So I take the tiniest bit of that shade on my finger and I pop it right in the center of my lid and just kind of drag it all over. And I'm using literally the tiniest bit because that color is very, very pigmented. You do not need a lot. Do the same thing over here. Sometimes I'll take whatever's left and put it on my nose and my chin, because that is just the prettiest color ever. So if you've been on the fence about this palette and you really like neutrals, totally worth the money. I would absolutely 100% buy this again. Next, I curl my lashes with my Surratt lash curler, like always. For mascara, I have been using a new one to me. It's not new. People talk about it all the time, but I personally never tried it, and it is 100% worth the hype. It's the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. So this is so good. The formula on this is so interesting. It's a very wet formula, but not to the point where it transfers everywhere. It's wet when you first apply it, and then it's like, it just sticks and it does not move all day, I swear. It is so good. And the other great thing about this mascara is it is the easiest thing to remove ever. It's a tubing mascara, so you can really take it off with warm water, but I use just my normal eye makeup remover. I use the CVS brand eye makeup remover, and it just comes right off in little balls. It's the weirdest thing. There's no residue left behind or anything. Sometimes, you know, when you take off your mascara, even when you think you've gotten it all off, if you blink your eyes, you see more on your bottom lash line that's transferred over. That doesn't happen with this. Somehow, as soon as you wet it or you use eye makeup remover, it just comes right off. It's the weirdest thing. But it's super nice. I do really like that about this mascara. And it is very, very lengthening. Like, look at that. So totally worth the hype. in my opinion, and you can get this at Ulta now. And actually, I went to Ulta multiple times trying to get this mascara because only one of the Ultas near me carries it. You can't order it online from them. You have to get it in a store. And I kept going to the store, and every time I would go, it was sold out. But finally, I found it, and it is 100% worth the hype. For lips, my everyday lip pencil lately has been the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade BFF. These are so good, so creamy and easy to apply. Sometimes I do just wear this lip pencil with a gloss on top or lip balm or something because I just love the color and the formula. But if I do wear a lipstick, this has been my go-to combo. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 in JK Magic. This color is everything. I mean, nothing is better than this lip combo, I swear. Look at that. Oh, love it. And then sometimes if I want a gloss on top, I'm a really big lip gloss person. I just really like the look of glossy lips. I've been using this Buxom full-on lip cream in White Russian. And I just use a little bit of this. And then last but not least, I will set my face with this Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Such a long name. And I will spray my face. Then I'll typically go over it one more time with my sponge. I really want to get one of those fans. I keep seeing everybody have their little fan that they use after they use a setting spray. I really need to get one of those. So this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed seeing my everyday makeup routine. To me, this is super quick and easy, and these are the products that I will always reach for when I need to do my makeup really quickly and just wear something that makes me feel good. That's what this look is for me. So let me know in the comments below what some of your go-to everyday makeup products are. I would love to know. Let me know if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Wednesday and every Friday. Also, make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.